Joining us now is Christopher Macchio, of course, the opera singer, the tenor himself, who has performed many times for President Trump. Sir, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Tomorrow is going to be awesome. We're going to have the 250th celebration for our country, then July 4th. I know you're probably involved in some of the July 4th stuff. I don't know how much you could share with us, but just what are your thoughts about just the patriotism in our country?
Well, I can tell you, America is back in full force, and I think that tomorrow's military celebration is going to reflect that very well. And of course, it happens to coincide with the Commander-in-Chief's birthday this year. And actually, I find myself right now judging the Miss New Jersey pageant, and the winner tomorrow will go on to compete in Miss America, and that's another example. Our president loves beauty pageants, and I think it's time to kind of return to being proud of America, being proud of those qualities that made America great, celebrating beauty, celebrating womanhood, and I'm really looking forward to the 4th of July because again, it's a great opportunity to reflect back on the rich history of our nation and how patriotic we all feel under this new administration.
What was that like for those that are just watching now that may have not seen any interviews with you, Christopher? I mean, to be at the inauguration in Washington, D.C., at the Capitol, singing in front of the world. I mean, do you just sometimes step back and be like, wow, I really did that?
Yeah. It was a surreal experience, and it's been a series of those types of privileges over the last year or so. And again, it just really felt like America is truly back. And, to see those people assembled in that room, the most powerful people in the world, and it was really symbolic that they all understand, they're all reading the room, and they're all understanding that it would behoove them to get in line with the president's agenda because he really does mean business. And I'm just a privileged person to be a part of this whole historic period in our nation's history.
Yeah, and then on top of that, when you were at the event for the comeback to Butler, the return to Butler for President Trump, I remember after that speech, you sang, I think, what, 3 or 4 songs? I mean, talk about
Yeah, I think 5 songs. Yeah, I did Ave Maria during, and then about 5 songs afterwards. Yeah.
So that moment there, I really like the moment with the inauguration of you singing there, but for me, the Butler return is etched in my mind and probably forever because it was such a powerful time for President Trump to return to Butler, but also for you to deliver like you did, and then to have President Trump not walk away. Was he supposed to go and watch from somewhere else? I mean, he stood there
Yes,
with you
yeah,
at the
it was
podium.
emotional. It was emotional for everybody because the president almost lost his life. And of course, Corey Compratore, the firefighter, did lose his life. And so we really felt the emotionality of that in the moment. And for him to, instead of leaving the stage, as you say, he was supposed to leave before I sang, and instead he decided in the moment that he needed to be there and to be a cheerleader for me and a cheerleader for the nation. And that is just such a perfect representation of what he's trying to do. He is our best cheerleader, this nation that this nation's ever had, I think. And that's going to be reflected tomorrow. It was reflected on that day in Butler, and you're going to see that over the next 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. Let's go to right now the 24/7 news cycle. President Trump and the National Security Council meeting at the Situation Room in the White House on the heels of what just happened with Israel and Iran. Do you have any thoughts about what's going on right now in the 24/7 cycle and with what just happened in Los Angeles with the riots against ICE?
Well, I'm a law and order guy. I always have been. And so I'm glad to see that the president is committed to putting the hammer down on the excesses. Of course, we all believe in free speech, but we will not tolerate any kind of law breaking and civil disturbance. And as far as the strikes that are occurring in the Middle East, I can tell you firsthand, I have friends in the Persian community, Iranian diaspora, And many of those people are actually extremely supportive of anything that Israel or President Trump might do, either to inhibit them from achieving a nuclear weapon or negotiating a long lasting peace that would also secure our security in that regard. So I think that people are happy that the powers that be are taking decisive action.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we're looking at the free world. The people of a place like Iran, they want freedom like we have freedom. I mean, it's not the whole country isn't a part of that regime there.
No, no. I mean, Iran, as many of us are well aware, was a very worldly, educated, secular country before the Ayatollah was brought back into power, and it was brought to power, uh, and so they had a socialist leader that we had to remove, I think, in the 50s, and unfortunately, the Ayatollah came to power, and now we have to effectuate his removal, and then hopefully Iran will once again be a great United States ally, and that's my hope.
Let's stay overseas for a second. Let's go a little bit west. Let's go to the Vatican when it comes to the new Pope. Your thoughts about an American Pope from Chicago is now the Pope of the Catholic Church.
I love Chicago. I'm actually privileged to be the Grand Marshal of this year's Columbus Day Parade, along with Frankie Avalon. And of course, our president made special mention when he came back from the Vatican about how Columbus Day is back and how he loves Italian American culture. And I'm glad that this new American Pope I think played a role in kind of rekindling that awareness and appreciation inside President Trump. And it really is an opportunity, I think, to forge a greater relationship. The American Council of Catholic Bishops and so forth will have a great opportunity to have a larger voice in the trajectory of the church, and hopefully a return to some of those honored values that sustain the church for 2,000 years. And I think some of us have been concerned that there was a problematic divergence from that. And so if we can return to those values, I think that the church will be well served, and the over 1 billion Catholics will be well served as well.
And speaking of Italy and Italian heritage and culture, if we want to bring it back now to the States here, this is a very light question on a Friday. I just wanted to get your take on it. First of all, are you based in New York, D.C., Florida, if you want to share, or no?
Oh, yeah, I'm based in New York, yeah.
Okay, so on Staten Island, the restaurant is called Nona's, and on Netflix there's a Nona's movie that's out there, and it's grandmas, Italian grandmas. Have you ever
been to
movie? That? Have you great movie?
No, I was not aware of this whole phenomenon, and someone mentioned this Netflix, I think it was, movie, and so I watched it with Vince Vaughn, and by the way, he's a Trump supporter, and I thought it was great. So in fact, somebody just mentioned it at dinner last night, the Nona's. So when I get back to Staten Island, of course, by the way, Scott Lebedo was also from Staten Island, and he'll be joining our charity gala at Trump Westchester on August 8th, and I'll be singing while he paints. But Staten Island is a great community, and they I think the only borough that supported President Trump. But I'm looking forward to going to Nona's, absolutely.
My wife and I want to go there as well. So if you do go, please send a text if you'd like. Let me know how it is. And then also with Scott,
Absolutely.
seriously with Scott, if you want to reach out to him too, I haven't gotten his contact info. I'd love to have him on Right Side as well.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be happy to come on. I was with him last week when I was honored at the Metropolitan Club. We were with Cardinal Dolan, who also has an appreciation and a great relationship with President Trump. So I will be sure to pass Scott's information along to you because, as you know, he's a great patriot.
He is a great patriot, and he tells it like it is, doesn't he?
Yeah, he certainly doesn't mince words. I at least try to be a little bit diplomatic, but Scott cuts right to the core every time. God bless him. God bless him.
Amen. Christopher Macchio, thanks for spending the time with us today.
Thank you so much. God bless.
You too. God bless you.